Man, that was Rainbow igniting the stage at Castle Donington in 1980, a performance that would set the tone for decades of metal mayhem. Hey guys, welcome back to the Music Mindset channel. Hey, we're going to be talking about the Monsters of Rock and what that was all about. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, this thing was a festival that was held in England from 1980 to 1996. It was a major event for hard rock and heavy metal, featuring a lineup of international and British bands. It was a one-day event that was taking place at Castle Donington. This thing featured a diverse range of bands and most of the names that you guys are probably gonna know. Yeah, and it was known for some large crowds, you know what I'm talking about? Like that Moscow event that took place in 1991 that had 1.6 million attendees. Those are some numbers, man. This thing was big, you know what I mean? The festival also had a significant impact on the heavy metal scene, introducing many fans to the genre and solidifying the reputation of many of the bands that we know today, you know what I'm saying? In 2003, hard rock was revived and the Monsters of Rock Festival was resurrected, but now under a different name. So some of you might know it as the Download Festival, but this thing started back in 1980 as the Monsters of Rock. Let's get right into this thing. There are concerts and then there are movements. And in the summer of 1980, in a sleepy British town known more for castles than chaos, something loud, something wild, something absolutely electric was unleashed. They called it Monsters of Rock. Now, I'm not sitting here professing to be the rock and roll know-it-all, but I definitely know when I see a great story about music in the history books, and I'm about to tell you about it. This thing here was no filters, no frills, just pure, face-melting, speaker-shaking heavy metal mayhem. Let me set the scene for you. Castle Donington, August 16, 1980. 35,000 people packed the grounds of Donington Park. Their fists in the air, their shirts soaked in sweat and beer, and their hearts pounding in sync with the kick drum. On the stage, a lineup that would go on to be the stuff of legend, Rainbow. Led by the mysterious wizard-like guitar hero, Ritchie Blackmore, casting spells through 6 strings, Judas Priest. Decked out in leather and steel, showing the world what it meant to be metal gods, the Scorpions. No ballads here, just precision, fire, and German-engineered sonic assault. April Wine. Bought the bluesy groove from Canada. Saxon. Young and Hungry, fresh off their debut, roared like a pack of wolves. And Riot. And Touch. Don't you know what love is? They opened the gates with thunder, and from there, it never let up. Man, in the world of music, this wasn't just a concert. This was a statement. Rock wasn't dying. Rock was evolving. And the Monsters of Rock was its new battle cry. The success of that first year lit a fire that no one could put out. What started as one epic night in England became a global juggernaut. For over 15 years, the Monsters of Rock banner flew high above the biggest stages in the world. And the names? Oh, the names? ACDC, Metallica, Van Halen, Guns N' Roses, Ozzy Osbourne, Slayer, Def Leppard. This wasn't just a festival anymore. It was a rite of passage. Every band that touched the stage knew, you don't just perform at Monsters of Rock, you survive it. You earn your place. You bleed for it. And then, just when you thought the beast had rested, it came back. In the 2000s, Monsters of Rock returned bigger, louder, and even more global. From the lakeside beauty of Como, Italy, to the pulsing streets of Buenos Aires, Argentina, from Santiago, Chile, to the feverish crowds of Sao Paulo, Brazil, the monster didn't just come back, it spread and like a wildfire. Because no matter where you go, no matter the language or the culture, that raw, primal need for heavy music lives in all of us, in one way or another. And each year, a new generation joins the tribe. You see, Monsters of Rock was never just about music in the first place. It was about identity. It was about standing in a crowd of strangers, head banging in unison, rolling around on the ground if you wanted to, screaming lyrics you didn't even know you knew, and realizing you belong. You belong to something ancient, something modern, something primal. And you can't question that because everybody wants to feel like they belong to something. These people belong to rock, and I ain't mad at them. And yeah, maybe their ears rang for 3 days after. Maybe it probably took weeks to get the smell of beer off their clothes, or the ones that weren't ripped to shreds in the melee. And you know they all left with shoes or feet covered in mud, but their souls felt alive. Monsters of Rock didn't just change the game. It wrote its own rule book, lit it on fire, and threw it into the pit. And whether you were old enough to be there in 1980 with Rainbow and Priest, or ever got the chance to take the trip, or even if you were halfway around the world catching Metallica tear through South America, everybody felt the same thing. That rush, that reverence, that pure, unfiltered, unapologetic rock. And you know what? In 2025, the tradition lived on. A new generation. And you know there were some of the old schoolers there still taking in the noise too. Never willing to let the rock mindset die. Hey y'all, if y'all don't know it by now, we don't just listen to one kind of music around here. Not on this channel. We listen to it all. We live it, we question it, we chase the stories behind the sound. And the Monsters of Rock, today, that was a story worth telling. Yeah, man, I tell you what, like I said, I don't profess to be the professor of rock or anything like that, knowing everything about rock. I know a whole lot about music, and I know a whole lot about something that's good. And this thing right here brought together a lot of people, man. And you got some older people out there that can probably tell you some stories. I'm pretty sure you will. Try it in the comments. I love to see it. But I hope you appreciate this stuff on the Music Mindset channel, and I'm going to check you out next time when we do something different. Make sure you subscribe and hurry on back to the channel.